Hey everyone, it's Nicole from Headspace. Here to do the Tuesday check-in. So I'm gonna shuffle, pull some cards, and we'll get started. We are officially in Mercury retrograde. I believe Jupiter is in retrograde also. So just remember that things might be slowing down or redirected. Just remember that it's all for a purpose. Try not to get too twisted about everything and just kind of go with it. You know, what's meant to fall away is going to fall away. If we're being redirected on certain things, just trust, even though I know it sucks and it's hard, but yeah. So we'll do a little energy read, see what's going on for the collective, and yeah, let's get started. So let's see what we have for the Headspace Collective for our little Tuesday energy check-in. It's also 11/11 today, guys, so happy 11/11. We're still in the 11th hour Eastern time at least, so let's see what we get for the collective. Also, I am available, as I have to say every time, because my spirit guides tell me to. I am available for virtual readings, one-on-one virtual readings. I do 30-minute readings, and I also have a subscription available for monthlies. So it's just a monthly energy check-in, just like those subscription boxes that we all get, right? But this is just to check in on your own individual energy, see what's going on, see if you're on the path that you want to be on, anything is showing up that's new. Get a lot of positive feedback with the subscriptions. So all that can be found on headspacenewjersey.com. It's headspacenj.com. I always say that. headspacenj.com. Links are in the bios. But yeah. So if you want a 30-minute reading, I have that. Or if you want to do the monthlies, that's also available. All can be found on the website. And then I am also doing a Reiki 1 attunement class. That's on November 17th at 10 a.m., I believe, Eastern time. So if you're interested, that information is also on the website. That's going to be, you'll get the manual for Reiki 1 to be a Reiki 1 practitioner. You can also just use it for your own self. It also helps you to level up energetically, tap into yourself deeper. You can do it on your pets, your kids, yourself, or just something to know. But for me, it helped me kind of tap into my intuition a little bit deeper. And it like really kind of catapulted me on my spiritual awakening. So and then if you have any questions or anything, there is a nice little spot on the website where you can message me. So if you see there's not a time available that you need, or you have any questions or want more information, go ahead and send me a message and I'll get back to you. All right, so let's see what we have for our collective for our Tuesday check-in. All right. Where shall we start? All right, so I definitely see new beginnings happening. I feel like we're coming out of an old cycle. I feel like that's pretty much over and done with now. And now the new things are starting to come in. I feel like for a lot of you, you're focusing on like clearing out anything that's no longer serving you. I feel like you've been doing this for a while, trying to get rid of the things that are taking away your focus, that are cluttering, you know, your mind, your house, your workspace, whatever. I think now you're also like trying to declutter maybe your schedule or your routine or anything like that. It's all part of making space for the new stuff to come in. So that's all good. I do feel like there are a lot of new things coming in. I see maybe your living space, whether you're going to be moving into a new house, a new location, new country. I definitely see that happening, and I think that if you are feeling like a move is a good idea. I think the universe is agreeing with you that this move is on your path and it is a good idea. I also feel like for some of you in the collective, not only are we looking at a move, but we're also looking at some type of a career change or a shift in your job. For some of you, it could be going out on your own, starting a new business. For others of you, I feel like there's a new career opportunity coming up for you. And I feel like this is all a result of the past work that you've been doing. So this is for people that have already had their tower moment. They've been going through it. And now they're stepping into this new, like I said before, this has been kind of a consistent message, but it's like, it's not even a new chapter. It's a new series, a new book in the series, you know? So I do see that happening. I feel like the tower moment has already happened. You've gone through all your shit. And now you are like really just rebuilding. I feel like you're trying to make sure that you are building like a solid foundation. I think even like with the home front, with the work, everything, you want something that's very stable, very solid, very grounded. I feel like you're really putting the work into it in a smart way. I feel like it might feel like for other people seeing all this happen for you that you might be impulsive or anything like that, and it feels like it's not. It feels like it's something that you have been thinking about, that you've been getting messages about, synchronicities about for a while, and now you are you're really like putting the work in to make it happen. I feel like for a lot of you, you are focusing on your money and abundance. I do think that for a lot of you in this collective, you're really trying hard to release your resentments about money. I think you're trying to release old like generational trauma about abundance as well. I think that you're starting to see money in a very different way, that it's not just such like a physical thing, that there is more of an energetic, like attachment to it, and that I just think that you're really starting to see that you can attract it in different ways, and that you don't need to have all these like weird ideas about money and how it's supposed to come to you. I think you're also being guided to like spend your money in a smart way right now. As you're making all these changes and whatnot and clearing out, I think the universe and your guides are just kind of telling you to like, obviously don't like pinch a penny so hard that you're not doing anything or you're depriving yourself, but also just like to be smart about your money, to be ethical about your money, to be more conscious about where you're putting it, how you're investing it. And I think also when you realize that you can live a little bit more simply, I don't know, I just feel like more money's going to come to you that way. Like if you're not being so excessive about buying things and like all this consumerism that we get wrapped up in, especially in the US, let's be real. I do see that there is going to be an increase of money and abundance coming in. I feel like it's going to be in a few different ways. I don't think it's going to be in just one direct stream. I think you're going to see it coming in a couple different ways, and I think that some of them are going to be very unexpected. Remember, abundance can come in all different ways, even if it's someone buying you a cup of coffee, or gifting you something, that's a form of abundance. That's an energetic exchange, where you're receiving something. So I think switching your mindset to being open to receiving in any way that the universe seems fit is going to be helpful. I do think that you also are going to see an increase in just like the way that you're bringing in money, period. It also could be as far as abundance. I mean, it doesn't just have to be money. I think you could see maybe your health being more abundantly, you could be more abundantly healthy. I just feel like you're going to see more support coming to you in all different ways. And the universe is just asking you to be open to receiving, however that comes. So it's like you are asking the universe for certain things, and it's like you kind of have to let the universe do its thing and give to you the way that it's meant to give to you. and not get stuck on the vision that you have, because a lot of the times, you know, the universe can see things that we can't see and is piecing together things that we have no idea are even in existence. So just being open to that. I think also for the collective, being mindful of like what you have to be grateful for, counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have is going to help keep the momentum of calling in all these new things that you're calling in. I think if you continue to focus on the positive, the more positive you're going to bring in. If you're going to be fixated on all the worries, like you're going to keep bringing in that negativity. So just really be mindful of what you have to be grateful for. I know some days it's really tough. Some days you feel like, I don't know what I have to be grateful for. For me, it's, you know, it is tough sometimes for me as well. And, you know, sometimes it's simple things, just as like, I'm grateful that I could feel the sun on my face today. I'm grateful for my dog and his unconditional love for me. You know, I'm grateful for this, you know, can of Coca-Cola. I don't know, it could be anything, but like even the small things, it all adds up, and it's just putting out that positive energy and showing the universe that you're grateful for what you have, and it's going to continue to allow to bring in more. I think that you're also being called to continue to have faith in what you're calling in. You know, everything is working how it's meant to. Everything is being divinely guided, divinely timed, and you just need to keep faith and knowing that the universe always has your back and is always supporting you. It's never on our timeline, right? It's never on my timeline, that's for sure. I got that Aries rising, and I just want everything yesterday. So I don't know if all of you are like that, but just being mindful that, you know, the universe is working behind the scenes and keeping the faith, knowing that you are supported. I think also making sure that you're continuing to every day take time to meditate or put energy into whatever it is that you're calling in. Obviously, we can't manifest without like actually doing some work, right? You know, you can't just be like, I want $1 million and then like go take a nap and fuck off. That's not how it works. Like, you have to put some energy in and follow what the universe is guiding you to do. Follow those signs and synchronicities and that internal, you know, messaging system that we call our intuition. Continue to, you know, keep tapping into that. And for me, I like to meditate. That helps me to like stay in touch with myself, connect with the universe, connect with my guides, and really to keep me on track. I also think that you're being asked to, again, like be more positive. I think affirmations are really important for this time. You know, for some of you, you can be putting together a vision board or something like that. It doesn't have to be done on January 1st, the beginning of the year, because that's not even real. It's also not the beginning of the year. You know, spring equinox is the beginning of our cycles. So, but you can do it at any time. Even I was just doing a reading before about affirmations, and it's like you can just write them down or whatever. Make a board of affirmations and put them somewhere where you can see them, even if it's just like in passing, where you subconsciously are taking it in. I think that's really important when trying to manifest things. So I always like to have them either by my bed, where when I'm getting up out of bed, I can glance at it, or in the bathroom. If you brush your teeth, you know, you can kind of see it by the door, where you put your shoes on, wherever. So definitely being mindful to like keep that mindset of attracting and co-creating and manifesting is really important. For a lot of you, I think you're also being asked to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people that are supportive of you, people that lift you up, people that make you feel good, people that raise your vibration, people that are like-minded. You want to keep yourself surrounded by them. Also, people that are like trying to do the same thing that you're doing, right? You want to be in that energy. You know, our parents always told us growing up, which we always, well, at least I did, hated and didn't understand at the time, but it was like, oh, you are who you hang out with. Ugh. Yeah, well, you kind of are who you hang out with, right? Energetically, because if you're hanging out with people that are moving towards success and moving towards, spiritual, whatever it is that you're working towards, try to be around people in that same energy. That's how you're going to continue to attract what you're trying to call in. So like, try not to be around negative people as much as you can. I know we can't help it because, we have to work and stuff, and there's people that maybe aren't on the same page as us, but like, that's where protecting your energy comes in, being mindful of protecting your energy, and making sure that you are not allowing those people and that energy to affect you. And then again, just surrounding yourself with people that are trying to work towards what you're working towards energetically. Even if it's like someone who's trying to get pregnant, right? And maybe you're having a difficult time, you still do the things that people who have families or kids or whatever, don't be like a creep about it, but like, you can still go to kids' birthday parties when you get invited, or just do the things that you would do if you had children or family, just be like in that energy. I also feel like there is a relationship coming through in this reading as well for the collective. Obviously, this isn't for everyone, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But I feel like this has been coming through consistently for a long time now. But it does feel like there is a protected energy around a relationship for some of you. I feel like this is just like a very sweet relationship where I think it's a very even give and take. I think it's like two complete compatible people coming together, where I think one is stepping into their, divine feminine energy. They're not chasing. I feel like you're not chasing, and this reading is for the person who's not chasing. I feel like you're allowing the masculine to chase you, to court you. I think that you're also like not willing to accept anything less than, right? Like, you've decided that you want certain things in a partner, in a relationship, and you finally come to the terms that you don't have to accept anything less than that. And it doesn't even feel like it's anything, crazy. It's just like you want more than the bare minimum, and you're not willing to accept anything less than the bare minimum, right? You need to have more than that. But it just feels like a very sweet, gentle relationship. It feels very calm, very secure. Like I said, very even exchange energetically. And I think that you are just, I think you're just taking it day by day. I don't feel like this is a rush. I don't feel like this is something that is being forced. It's just kind of like evolving in its own time. And it feels very different than a lot of the past relationships where maybe you were chasing, maybe you were trying to push, maybe you were trying to manipulate to get what you want, or to be something that you're not in order to get this person to be interested, or their approval, or their like, or whatever. It feels like none of that in this reading. So I think that's all I'm getting. They just shut down. Yeah, so that is what I'm getting for the Tuesday check-in for the collective. I'm going to repost this, so if you missed any part of it or all of it, you'll get to replay it again. And if it, made sense for you in some ways and you want to tap in deeper on a personal level, again, I have one-on-one readings available virtually. You can go to headspacenj.com. The links are in the bios, and you can book a one-on-one reading, or you could just sign up for the monthlies, and it's all just one-on-one. You get to pick the times. So that is what I have for you guys. I'm going to try and pop on tomorrow, I think, and do like a little guided meditation. See how that goes. see if it's interesting to people, if it helps. I don't know. Just thought it might be nice to do a midweek guided meditation, connect with yourself. So I'm not sure what time I'll be able to do that, but look out for me, and I will obviously repost that as well, so you can watch it at any time. All right, so I'll see you guys tomorrow, and then I'll be back on Friday for the week ahead collective reading as well. So have a good day, night, wherever you are, and happy 11/11.